My biggest passion in life are video games, and I'm super fortunate enough to be able to game on every single console. As a grown man child and a millennial nerd with no kids and some exposable income, I'm very fortunate enough to own a PS5, Xbox Series X, Switch, both regular and OLED, a PC, and a Steam Deck, along with some older consoles, including some retro ones. The reason I say this is not to brag, but because I think I can unbiasedly give recommendations on what the best console will be for 2023, as I love all of my gaming experiences because they're all very unique. I'll try to keep it brief so that I can go over all of them without boring you for the sake of a longer video. Starting off with Xbox. The Series X is a powerhouse machine and can play what I believe is the best experience in gaming right now, the Game Pass. Game Pass has so many titles, from older to brand new games, from AAA to indie titles, shooters to racers, and everything in between. Yes, the service is an additional amount, but I 100% believe the value you get is totally worth it. Xbox also has one of the most anticipated games of the year releasing to it, and that is Starfield. Next, we have the PS5. Now, I'm going to be honest, and Sony fanboys, please don't come at me for this, but the PS5 has been a little underwhelming. I know that we recently got Ragnarok, but other than that, the PS Plus highest tier does have some awesome titles that you can play for free. Well, not for free, but with the service. You can play Spider-Man, Miles Morales, God of War 2018, Horizon, and older PlayStation titles. But if you've played all of those like I have, what is next for PS5 in 2023? You do have PSVR 2, but that comes with a $600 price tag. I have the PSVR and I love it, but I don't know if it can be called the best gaming experience. There's also Spider-Man 2, which is probably my most hyped game for this year for me personally, because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, and possibly Wolverine if it comes out this year, who happens to be my second favorite superhero after Spidey. Other than those two, I'm personally not that hyped for anything else that Sony has announced for 2023, and honestly it's kind of a bummer. Now for the Switch, arguably the console with the best exclusives. The Switch hardware has been in discussion a lot lately, and we're all dying to hear about a predecessor, because the hardware, let's face it, cannot compete with a machine like the PS5 or the Xbox Series X. While I don't think that a predecessor will happen during the year, the soonest would maybe be at the end of the year, and that's still not very likely. Something tells me Nintendo will make 2023 the Switch's swan song year. I think we'll get some awesome stuff. We're already getting Fire Emblem Engage this month, and Tears of the Kingdom. I don't doubt that another Pokemon spin-off title is coming, and along with the Scarlet and Violet DLC. Not to mention that Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 will be coming to the online service, which I'm insanely excited for. We're still also waiting on Advance Wars, and we're likely getting Metroid and some possible ports and remasters of Nintendo games that we love. Now, those are exclusives to these consoles, but we have a lot of third-party games coming this year, like Hogwarts Legacy, and online games that will continue to be played, such as Fortnite, Apex, and Call of Duty. And personally, while I do think that the PS5 and Xbox are great consoles for third-party games, and they're incredibly close as to what consoles should play these games, I personally would lean towards Xbox for my third-party games, and I do have the option to play both, but I always tend to lean more towards the Xbox. However, I think that if I had to recommend just one master device to play your games on, I'm actually taking a decent PC any day. With a decent PC build, and mine is a pre-built from NZXT that cost me around $1,100, you can do everything these consoles can do. You can play Game Pass, which is personally the biggest appeal of the Xbox for me. You can play a lot of the Sony titles like Spider-Man, God of War, and Horizon that are on the Steam store. and you can pretty much emulate everything that Nintendo does. You can also emulate older consoles, you can connect any controller to a PC, and you can play thousands of fun indie titles on the Steam store on top of all the AAA games that come out and third-party games. So if you're looking to get serious about gaming in 2023, a PC is definitely the way to go if you have the ability to purchase one. Because aside from the PS5 exclusives, absolutely everything else is at your disposal. But PC is the absolute way to go.